Welcome back to Mama Mantelli in the kitchen. So today we are going to do a very simple Joanna Gaines recipe. Joanna, my favorite thing too, a BLT sandwich. Okay, I understand some of you are not eating bread, and so you can do this on a lettuce wrap and still make this beautiful recipe super simple and have it no carb. I am using sourdough bread. If you don't know, sourdough bread has no sugar in it, and so it is a little bit healthier for you. So it's an option that we use as a family if we do want to eat some bread. We are a low carb family also, so totally understand, but there is nothing better than a homemade BLT. The secret to this, it's not a hard recipe, so I went ahead and cooked up my bacon because you don't need to see me cooking bacon. I love Applewood smoked bacon, and I love the bacon at Trader Joe's, and so that's bacon of my choice. I have a friend that has a pet pig, sorry staff. I love Rue, but I love bacon too. So today, we're just gonna do the BLT, but what I wanted to show you was easy mayo sauce that Joanna did. I'm gonna do a little tweaking on it of ingredients that I have in my house. And that's something I just wanna tell you guys really quickly. If you don't have the exact ingredients that someone calls for in a recipe, use what you have in your kitchen. Don't go out and buy all new products that you might not be using again. Try to improvise that way. So that's what I'm doing today. So come on in and check it out. We are starting with a cup of mayonnaise. I'm gonna stick it in this bigger container here. Sorry for the slamming. Let's scoop this out. One of the staples in my kitchen are these spatulas, and they're silicone based, so you can put these in a pan that's hot and they will not burn. So these are handy dandy. They also scoop up every last bit of whatever you have. So get yourself some good silicone scrapers, and that is a must in the kitchen for you young girls that are just starting out cooking. Okay, I'm representing my hometown Gilroy today because I'm using garlic. So we are going to use a garlic press because I don't want any bite of this. Some of you might, and that's okay. You can just cut it up and mince it. I just want it pressed in there so that I get that smooth creaminess of this mayonnaise spread. So you just squeeze a garlic clove straight through, and it makes a nice little pressing. And that always is a good flavor for any kind of a sauce or anything. I usually just like it to be creamy goodness of garlic and not too much of an overpowering of a bite. Unless it's like in pasta or something, then I like it chopped up and just taking a bite of that garlic. I'm going to use some green onion chives, which we'll be using a lot in different recipes. And that's just a really simple thing that you cut off the greens of your green onion. And so I'm gonna use that in this recipe. It calls for some paprika, so we're gonna use a little bit of paprika. We need a little bit of salt. And we need some lemon juice. A little bit more. I'll let you guys figure out your measurements because I'm kind of changing up this recipe a little bit. But if you buy Magnolia Cooking's cookbook, there's an easy Herb Mayo recipe in there. You can follow it along, or you can, like I said, make up your own of whatever you have in your kitchen. The other thing I would have done with this one is I would have maybe put shallot in there too, and that would be a little bit of more of a spicy little bite to this mayonnaise mixture, but I'm gonna leave it out for today. So we're just gonna cut up a little bit of parsley. Don't need too much. I don't even know if I want that much, so let me just do this at first and see. Okay, so I think I have everything, and then I'm just gonna mix this up very gently to incorporate all the flavors. And I think this is something that will make your BLT just shine, because it's not just slapping some mayonnaise on there and eating your sandwich, although that's really good too, but it's fun to do different kinds of flavors or aiolis that you can really incorporate some different flavorings and spices to just a regular old BLT that jacks it up to a whole nother thing. The other thing I would do too is if you have fresh avocados, I would slice up some avocados and do a BLT with avocado. That's really good. Just be creative in the kitchen and have fun with it. If your kids see that you're using all kinds of different ingredients and they see that you're having fun in the kitchen, they're gonna enjoy this part of cooking too. So we're going to come right back and start layering these sandwiches because I gotta toast my bread. We are ready to load up this BLT and I want to hurry up and do it because I'm starving. I haven't had breakfast this morning and I'm so excited to try this out. All right, side note, I love tomatoes, but I don't like a big tomato on my sandwich because I always feel like by the time I get to the third bite, it has mushed up my bread. So I have food issues, it's okay. But I just decided, I do love little tiny grape tomatoes, and so I usually just buy these and I throw them in any recipe that calls for tomatoes. I might leave tomatoes out of my BLT and just have the rest of the stuff, but I don't mind a little tiny one. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna take our spread. I toasted my sourdough bread. Okay, we taste tested this mayonnaise and it is delicious. There's a little lemon tart that goes to it at the end of your bite that just tastes so good, and you can taste just a hint of garlic in it and the spices. And so now I don't think I can have a BLT without making them this way. And I think you're gonna feel the same way. Okay, so we're just going to spread that out on the breads. I'm going to top a couple of tomatoes. Does my camera crew want tomatoes on hers? Yes, okay, good. Sometimes she says no, so I didn't want to make her mad because, you know, then she's gonna make me look bad on camera. All right, so just a few tomatoes. I don't want to overpower it, like I said. Okay, another little thing that I had in my fridge. This recipe called for butter lettuce. I don't normally get butter lettuce. It's a little expensive where we live. I always have romaine lettuce and I was gonna use that, but then we were talking and I thought, I have arugula and I have spinach in the fridge. So we were taking a vote and we decided, let's throw some arugula on it, why not? So we're gonna put a little arugula, which makes it a tad bit healthy, even though you're eating bacon. You have to get your veggies in where you can. So now I'm gonna crack these in half and load this up. I can't wait to try this. All right, I'm just gonna throw one more on each, why not? Okay, and there we have our beautiful, yummy BLTs that is the ultimate comfort food for every person. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Who knows what we're gonna make next time around, but I just know it's gonna be something yummy because Joanna Gaines, you and I, spirit animals, because BLTs are my favorite too. So thank you once again for getting my creative juices flowing with just a simple BLT, but making it something with love. I'll see you guys next time. That's real good. And I gotta eat, so just...